Game 3 between the Nuggets and the Thunder was an overtime thriller.
Arguably the most prolific two-man game in basketball.
New adjustments were made, some good, some absolutely flawed. Basketball purists from both fan bases were pulling their hair out with this one. The following is a full breakdown of this nail-biting Game 3 and the flawed formula that ended up winning the game. Coach Adelman started the game with his team in a 2-3 zone.
Denver starting out the game in a zone, and I think you're going to see Oklahoma City go to Jokic's side.
But OKC's ball movement and eventual cut from J-Dub busted the coverage right away.
On the nice back cut, and Williams lays it in.
And with J-Dub getting 2 on the ball off the pick and roll, it was a pocket pass to the automatic Hartenstein.
There's that patented little floater by Hartenstein, which has been so effective on the season for him.
When Gordon tried to go bully ball in the post, Coach Dagno had help coming from the baseline.
Gordon against Williams. Good block by Holmgren inside and got possession of the basketball as well.
With the Nuggets trapping Shea, Lou Dort was the release valve on the skip pass, and the secondary attack ended in another automatic floater.
There's that little push shot, 2 for 2. Hartenstein is actually shooting 82% on the season on that little shot, Jay.
Dort and J-Dub were switching the Murray pick and rolls, but Jamal countered by using J-Dub's momentum against him.
Job in this game is really going to be defensively to keep a body on Jokic all game long.
And in transition, it was advantage OKC to start.
Transition, here come the Thunder. There's the lob, and this time they delivered it correctly to Holmgren.
Fortunately for Denver, MPJ, who has struggled thus far in the series, got to see his first one go in.
Have a little bit more depth. You talk about a guy that needs to see the basketball go through the rim. Michael Porter Jr. coming off just an 8-point game.
When the Nuggets went back to that zone, Shea's ability to get to the middle with the dribble was hurting Denver bad.
Gilgeous-Alexander sprays it out for 3, and Williams knocks it home.
That's what's so debilitating against the zone, when you can get dribble penetration.
Simply put, Coach Adelman's zone just was not working.
Skip pass. One more to Holmgren. His second 3-ball is pure.
And with the president of the MIDI committee getting activated,
Gilgeous-Alexander with the MIDI and a timeout, Denver.
Coach Adelman had to burn a timeout. Out of the break, Denver ran a flare for MPJ, who finished the job despite the shoulder injury. And on the other end, the adjustment was made to leave the zone and play man-to-man. Canada went up against Canada, and Canada won.
Murray over SGA 3.
He thought he got hit on that shot, and there was a little bit of contact after he released it.
Part of Jokic's problem in the last game was over dribbling in the post. But tonight, back to his normal, efficient self.
Jalen Williams guarding Nikola Jokic. That puts Holmgren behind with that length.
Tough shot by Jokic. And Denver pulls to within 1.
With J-Dub getting the step on MPJ off the cross, Chet was the release valve in the dunker spot.
Benson Holmgren, what a catch and deposit into the bucket.
Yeah, right there in the dunker spot. That's just a beautiful pass.
And oh yeah, he can also do this.
Man, how many times do you see a 7'1" guy put it on the deck like that, Jay?
Just like in Game 2, Joker's disrespect of J. Will was bleeding points for Denver. And with him already having picked up a foul earlier.
And that's going to be an offensive foul against Jokic. His first personal foul with the knee on the illegal screen.
Coach Dagno went hunting for that second one and won the lottery.
Holmgren drives it by Jokic, fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. That's the second foul against Jokic.
Coach Adelman, on the other hand, refused to concede, deciding instead to leave Jokic out there with 2 fouls.
And interesting to note that Coach Adelman is leaving Jokic in the ball game with 2 personal fouls and just under 3 minutes to go in the quarter.
And he went back to his zone, which was very easy to beat.
Joe with the show and go. Knocks down the MIDI.
An early 6-point lead for the Thunder to start. To start the second, a cut by MPJ created a passing angle for Russ, and the Nuggets started strong in the paint, a position Denver had struggled with earlier, as OKC outscored them 14-4 in the paint during the first. With Jokic on the bench, Russ's energy and anticipation on defense were crucial for Denver early in the quarter.
Great anticipation and room service for Russ.
And then, with Chet offering nail help on a Russ post-up, Gordon drifted to the perimeter to punish the ball watching.
To acquire Westbrook during the offseason. Gordon rattles home a three.
Meanwhile, the Thunder were hunting MPJ on switches, and J-Dub was having a feast in the mid-range.
Williams over Porter Jr.
After Murray got stuck looking for a passing lane, MPJ was the definition of great offense beating good defense.
Over Williams, yes! Porter Jr. with 11. Wallace with the blow-by, and a sweet finish.
Unfortunately, Jamal's defense at the point of attack kept leaving a lot to be desired, and in transition, his defensive awareness was shockingly terrible.
Holmgren wide open for the punch.
Yeah, that's just too easy.
Offensively, though, he continued being a good engine, hitting corner shooters right in their shooting pocket for open looks. A Wiggins ghost screen forced Watson to next off of Chet for the closeout, and the skinny giant did the rest.
Holmgren open underneath, put two in the air, great pump fake, and slammed it home.
The Nuggets' zone communication kept making my eyes bleed.
It was Wiggins with the floater over Jokic.
With sneaky Caruso pulling a heist on Joker, the Thunder were able to get multiple looks before all 5 Nuggets got back on defense.
Found the Thunder defensively. Back out to Wiggins, the three ball is good.
OKC's strategy was clear: crowd the paint and make Denver uncomfortable inside.
Brook inside to Porter Jr. in traffic, rebounded by Hartenstein. Westbrook inside to Brown. Tough shot rejected by Wiggins.
And with Denver still struggling with transition defense, Wiggins slipped backdoor for another easy layup. Adelman had seen enough and burned a timeout. Out of the break, Shea collapsed to help on Gordon, leaving Braun wide open in the corner.
To the corner, Brown cashes out.
However, OKC kept dominating the paint through Hartenstein, who was making Denver pay inside.
And Dort couldn't finish. Hartenstein and one! Hartenstein with the muscle and the hustle.
Oklahoma City just plays harder than their opponents.
On the flip side, Hartenstein biting on the shot fake led to an unstoppable force, barreling its way downhill. The same theme kept repeating itself. Nuggets ball watching leading to easy points for OKC.
Now if he wanted to with that kind of frame as he slams it home.
But with Murray hitting ridiculous shot after ridiculous shot,
7-point lead for the Thunder. Murray. Dort stayed down on the fake. Tough bucket by Jamal Murray.
Denver had managed to stay attached on the scoreboard, only down 5 going into the second half. The third started with Jokic getting an advantage off the Gordon screen.
A lot of easy shots, 34 to 12 points in the paint.
And Jokic knocks down his first field goal attempt.
A little get action for Brown, and the Nuggets were generating good looks to begin the second half.
Brown initiating the offense on the handback. Great contest, but a better shot by Brown. And in a blink, it's a 1-point game.
With Shea snaking the pick and roll, Hartenstein's screen on Jokic gave SGA a wide open look. Paint touch after paint touch. OKC was living in the restricted area.
That thing did a victory lap and then fell home.
And their digs on Denver's drives was fueling that potent transition offense of theirs.
Williams in transition. Oh, he caught a body. Jalen Williams over Gordon.
But on the other end, their miscommunication, which ended in no one switching on Jamal, had Murray smiling. Hartenstein got hit on the glass. And that little moment of grimacing meant a wide open 3 for Denver, going the other way.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the miss. Gordon walks into the 3.
Seeing Brown ready to help, Shea's quick change of direction dusted the entire Nuggets defense.
On the cross, got to the rim and laid it home. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with his 4th field goal.
The man was getting to the rim at will.
Body there of Chet Holmgren.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the lefty lay. Got it right back at the other end.
Lou Dort's help presence at the nail led to Jokic rushing his initial shot, but his pressure on the offensive glass got Denver their first second chance points of the game. Off the Jokic DHO, MPJ just could not miss.
8 for the Thunder. Boy, Porter Jr. has it stuck on automatic.
And with Murray's quick entry generating the mismatch for Jokic, Denver got their first lead of the game. Coach Adelman went back to his zone, and I'll just let you guess what the result was.
For Caruso, cash.
Boy, that's big time. Going against the zone, getting into the middle, and then kicking it out with the swing for the wide open jumper from Alex Caruso.
And once he saw that one go in, Caruso had activated his dead-eye Sharingan.
And from deep, got it. Butter.
Boy, just an easy little pick and pop.
Fortunately, offensive rebounds and elite vision from the best player in the world kept erasing those mistakes on the other end, and his partner in crime just magical.
Murray inside, throws on the circus shot. Wow, Jamal Murray with some magic.
The degree of difficulty of Denver shots tonight.
Some incredible individual displays of athletic will.
Oh, and Watson put Chet in the friend zone. What a block. You pointed out giving the Thunder valuable minutes. Here's Peyton Watson from deep.
Oh, that's 2 threes in the game.
But with SGA quieting the crowd.
Murray got to his spot. Yeah, he checks in at the office.
It was a 2-point lead for OKC going into the fourth. To start the fourth, Russ set the tone with a stunt move on Chet, swiping the ball away and jump-starting Denver's defensive energy. With the Thunder in zone, they collapsed on a Brown drive, but the kick-out found Russ wide open in the corner.
He's been great from the corners, and it's knotted at 83.
With Brown slightly sagging off of J-Dub, J-Dub took advantage and answered.
Pulls the three, wet.
And with Chet in drop and Wallace fighting over the Gordon screen for a late challenge, Murray was still getting to his spot and cashing in.
Back to Murray for the contest. It didn't matter. When Murray gets it going, he can be lethal.
Gordon then turned on the Jets, attacking downhill along the baseline. OKC was using J-Dub to attack Murray on defense, and he was muscling his way and getting to his spots.
Murray got up in the air, and Williams said too late to Watson. Got it to go.
The Thunder kept punishing Denver in transition, with J-Dub going coast to coast for the easy two.
And it comes out to Jalen Williams. Around the world. Wow, what a move by J-Dub, who earns that trip to the free throw line. But, man, wonderful handle here, Jay.
But Jokic's brush screen on Wallace gave Gordon all the space he needed to answer back.
Gordon with the handoff, working off the bounce with 10 on the clock. That three is reliable.
In the Jokic-Russ two-man game, Jokic was thriving on the short roll.
To all of the drama, and there's a lot of it. Pocket pass to Jokic. Got it.
But OKC was still in the fight.
Gilgeous-Alexander gives the Thunder a 1-point lead with precision and poise.
OKC was doing a stellar job on Jokic, showing early help on his post-ups and keeping him out of the paint.
Gordon on the bounce inside, they repost it, pulls his way to the bucket and lost it. They turned him over again.
Off the baseline inbound, a handoff followed by a screen from Hartenstein gave J-Dub just the room he needed to pull up from the nail. With Denver back in zone, J-Dub took full advantage, cooking Gordon with a hesitation move and blowing by him to the cup.
Williams, great hezzy, got to the rim and cashed out.
But with Jokic dying from Dort slipping the screen, Murray drove downhill only to be stuffed by Chet.
Murray into the paint, tried to punch it, got rejected by Holmgren. But we're going to have a whistle and a foul on the play. And man, you saw some amazing bounce.
It was a war down low as both teams scrapped for every board.
Misses Hartenstein, couldn't get the rebound. Williams, blocked by Brown. Hartenstein missed the putback, loose ball. Gordon controlled.
In isolation at the left corner, Hartenstein was barbecue chicken for Murray.
And switches on to a Murray, mixed him, and got it.
But with the Nuggets swarming on the Shea drive, he kicked it out to J-Dub, who didn't hesitate, letting it fly from the top of the key.
It's down to 5. Williams got it! Cash! Money!
Boy, what an answer by Jalen Williams. He's now got 30 points in this game.
With Jokic posting up on Hartenstein, Chet slid over from the weak side, deterring him from getting deep in the paint.
Shot clock at 13. Jokic on the bounce. Got to his right hand. Missed it in traffic. No whistle.
The Thunder were doing a great job of containing Jokic. On the break, Murray was pushing the pace, and Gordon slipped along the baseline. And by the time Murray found him, it was too late for Chet to recover.
Wide open Gordon for the tie. Got it!
Last shots of the game, each team went to their main man.
Rips through. Throws up the shot. Rebounded by Jokic. The trigger into Jokic for the win. And we will play 5 more minutes.
And just like that, we were headed to OT. 14 lead changes, 12 ties. This game was a roller coaster from start to finish. To start OT, Gordon set the on-ball screen, and Jokic barreled downhill straight to the cup.
So having to guard Aaron Gordon.
Jokic rips through to his left it on the rim, and then it fell. Denver up 2 to start the overtime.
Then, with the Thunder collapsing on Murray's drive, he kicked it out to MPJ for a wide-open look.
This situation situation many times before. Murray rejects the screen.
Good pass.
Porter Jr. for three. Porter
Murray was holding his own on the defensive end.
Brings back in the game.
Murray switched onto Williams. Good help by Porter Jr. who knocked it away.
And Denver kept pushing the pace in transition.
What a finish! Timeout Thunder!
A 7-0 burst by Denver to start overtime. Coach Dagnow needed to talk it over. Timeout. OKC finally ended their overtime drought with Chet blowing past Murray on the baseline.
Oh man, Holmgren uses the self-checkout line and slams it home.
But they still had no answer for the Jokic-Murray two-man game.
Screen, Jokic with the floater, got it.
And when Jokic hit Gordon at the dunker's spot, it was the final nail in the coffin for OKC. Denver closed out strong, taking Game 2 with a final score of 113 to 104, and are now up 2-1 in this series.